Well, hello, my fabulous friends. Hope you're doing well. Well, I'm going to well, we are halfway through the year, right? My years always go solstice to solstice or equinox to equinox. We have the summer solstice coming up here on the 20th. In where I live, it's late on the 20th. Where you live might be the 21st. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Planets don't wear a watch or watch the calendar. It sometimes takes their vibration to change a little bit. I'm just going to do a quick reading for the royals. What's up for them for the last half of 2025? So from the summer solstice to the winter solstice, what can they expect? I'm going to put out 12 cards, and each card will have its own little subject matter, and we'll see what's going on. All right. Let's see. For the royals, for the rest of 2025, what can they expect? What are the general energies for the royals for the rest of 2025? And you can kind of follow along what I ask each card, and then you can do your own kind of mini reading to see how the rest of your 2025 is going to go. For the royals, the rest of 2025, June 20th to December 21st, whatever the 2 days are. They change all the time. Shall we begin? Oh, interesting cut. All right, let's put out 12 cards. And the overall energy for the last 6 months. Oh, charity. We're going to see them more at charities. Perhaps they're going to increase the number of charities they have, be very charitable. Definitely distribution of wealth in some respect. Okay, so the first one is the present energy that's going around with the royal family right now. Oh my goodness. The Tower in reverse. Listen, I've done some personal readings myself, and there's some big action going on with the royal family. I did that reading at the beginning of June, said by the end of June, we could see some changes. Wow, they're present. The Tower in reverse. That's their own man-made problems that they have. Wonder what's going to happen there. Well, let's move on. How's their money matters, their financials going? Wow, 3 of Cups in reverse. Betrayal. Somebody's cheating on them. They might discover that somebody's being a little sneaky Pete and pulling some money in brown envelopes. So there's nothing to celebrate in the finances. We might find out that there might be some kind of controversy around the finances or something. They're just not a lot of happiness around the finances. Remember, this is for the rest of 2025. So I'm wondering if something is happening, the finances, and they get a report and people are like, hey, you made extra money this year. Why don't you dish it out? Share the wealth. We need help here. And so that might trigger that. That might trigger something about, yeah, you're right. We did make some extra money. And yes, you do need a little bit of extra help this year. So we're going to be a little bit more charitable or something like that. I don't know why I'm picking that up. Okay, so siblings. How are the siblings getting along? Siblings can be anywhere from William and Harry to Andrew and Charles to Beatrice, Eugenie, all of them. This is siblings. How are the siblings getting along? Oh, there might be some fresh starts with some siblings. New seeds planted, fresh starts. That's actually kind of good. Offers. Perhaps, Charles is going to give Andrew an offer on the house or some such thing, or Andrew's going to give Charles an offer. This looks good. if there has been any kind of tussles or whatever, this is a great opportunity the rest of 2025 to plant new seeds. Okay, well, homeland, how's the UK overall going to do? Wow, the world in reverse. Not very good. Topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy in the UK for them. Yeah, I guess I can just leave it at that. I don't have to say much more than that. It's, yeah, it's unsuccessful. It's not settled. Yeah. So, well, that's for them to deal with, right? All right. Happiness. What's going to be the happiness factor? King of Swords. Well, we know that William is the King of Swords. When I read cards, other people read him as the King of Cups. I read him as the King of Swords because there's so many people who are Kings of Cups in this family, and he is on the exact cusp of Gemini, Cancer. Like within hours, he's hours difference. He would have been a Gemini, which is the King of Swords. So I've always just kind of read him as the King of Swords for that reason. And it looks like the happiness factor is going to be what William does. Whatever William, like, so if he gets along with Harry, there's going to be a happiness factor there. Whatever William is doing is going to bring happiness to the family. William's going to be a big part. He's the first court card to actually show up. All right. So how's their overall health going to be? Ooh, tricky, the Magician. It's not going to be that great. I was hoping to see another card there, but it looks like we still won't know the truth about what's happening with the king. And there might be other people who are hiding some medical conditions. All right. Okay. What about relationships? Are we going to see any kind of divorce, or how are the relationships going to go? Oh, somebody's going to get second chance. Somebody's going to give somebody a second chance. So we don't know. Is that going to be Andrew and Sarah? Is that actually Harry and Meghan? Because we all know they are basically separated. But somebody gets a big second chance. I think it's a couple that is in the UK. It's so strange. I just did that reading about Peter and Autumn getting back together, and they just popped into my head. Well, remember, this is for the rest of 2025. Stranger things have happened. All right. What is something that nobody sees coming? A black swan event, or we don't even have our head wrapped around it. What is unseen? What is something nobody sees coming? Oh, King of Cups in reverse. Well, that would be King Charles. Could be Andrew, could be Edward. In reverse. Now, we know Andrew doesn't drink. I don't know if I've seen Edward drink too much, because sometimes King of Cups can be somebody who's caught drinking too much. Also could be somebody with an emotional outburst. So what's unseen is, I think this goes back to health, what King Charles is going through. Just a quick sidebar there. If you look at those pictures of him at Ascot, the whites of his eyes are quite yellow. And I'll let you research that. And his skin is very dry. His hand is waving and it's completely dry. And his eyes are quite yellow. So I'll let you research that yourself. All right. So what's their religion going to be like? What's or religion, spirituality? What's going on there? Because there's questions there about, oh, will William continue? He's not very, doesn't seem very Christian, doesn't go to church as much as his dad. And then there was this controversy that, Charles was switching to Islam. What's going on there? Oh, victory. Okay, good. They're gonna they're gonna turn those ideas around. They're really going to turn those ideas around, that they are the head of the Church of England, that Christianity is very important. They're going to be victorious in that. And maybe that just is, Charles going to church. Maybe we're going to see William go to church more often. I'm not saying he doesn't. Maybe we're just going to see more pictures of him going back and forth to church. All right. How is the monarchy going to do overall? Like, are we still going to see calls to end the monarchy? Are they going to be successful in turning that tide around? Are people going to um, dismiss some of their, let's say, trespasses? Let's see. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. No, unfortunately not. I know the movement here, when Charles was here in Canada, wow, I have never seen anything like that in my 60 some years of living in Canada. So let's say 55 that I could remember. I have never seen that. The vitriol and the anger and the calls for the ending of the monarchy. Unfortunately, some of those calls are they're still in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's kind of in inertia right now. It's not moving forward. Maybe that's why they increased like their Christianity and back off some of the Islam stuff. Like he mentioned something about Islam, but he didn't mention something about Easter, some such thing like that. I think they'll definitely appeal to the people who support them, but the people who are not supporting, they have a very difficult time turning that wheel around. All right. So what's in their future? What's in their future? Oh, Seven of Pentacles. Just continue to work hard and invest, and eventually they'll reap their rewards. And yeah, just continue to work hard. Continue what you're doing, and eventually you'll reap your reward. So, what they're going through right now in this temporary slump, they just need to power through it. All right. And what's leaving the royal family this year? Uh, Good or bad? What's leaving the royal family this year? Oh, apathy. Apathy, boredom, um, listening to the outside voices, listening to the noise, concentrating on what they do well, and not. You know what? When I hear this, when I see this card, I think this is Harry and Meghan offering their olive branch. And they're like, "No, we're good, thanks." So I think this is what's going to be ending. I think talk of all this olive branch and whatnot is going to be ending for them this year. I think they've completely given up on that situation. I mean, I think you have to be Stevie Wonder not to see that yourself. So just that is going to be leaving them this year. The fact that this noise is here. Look at it, the clock agrees with me. The fact that this noise is even here. I think they're just really bored of it. I think they've just really kind of had enough, and I think that'll be the end of that. Well, looks like other than the Tower in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and the Magician in reverse. Other than that, and the World in reverse, the homeland not being all still topsy-turvy, and something going on with Charles here. other than that, it looks like they were just soldier on. Looks like they're just going to soldier on and do what they need to do. I'm wondering if this is going to tell us we will see William as a co-regent. They're the only two court cards that showed up, and William is upright, and Charles is in reverse. I'm wondering if we're going to see a co-regency by the end of the year. Yeah, because we didn't get him as emperor. All right, well, YouTube's going to show you a video you possibly haven't seen. Why don't you click on that, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.